Hello and welcome to the Weekly Song Podcast, episode 191 of the Weekly Song Podcast. My name's Roger, and with me as always is Declan. How's it going?
It's going good. I like that this episode number is a palindrome.
So do I.
Yes, that's quite fun.
You could say it backwards, exactly the same.
Exactly, as you can forwards. Not difficult with 3 digits, but it's nice when it happens.
True. We'll be at the big 200 soon.
Oh, goodness.
10 years. I think that'll be on the 10-year anniversary.
Didn't you say we'd already gone past the 10-year anniversary?
No, because I listened to the first episode a little while back, and in it we say, oh, it's 2016, and we just begun.
That was good of us, wasn't it?
Yeah. For future reference.
Yeah. The time now is...
Holding up like an alibi.
Yeah. The current date is Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. But for those of you who are new to the show, what we do, Declan and me, is we each write a song in the space of a week, and we bring them to this podcast to discuss how we wrote those songs, basically. How was writing for you this current week we're talking about?
Fun.
Nice.
But it sort of ended up being influenced by, if I can remember my timings right, something that happened in the week.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah.
We will get into this then. So, what's your song called? And, well, that's all, really. I have one question. That's it.
Not whether you can hear the song or...
I would love to hear it, because we do take it in turns as to who goes first to play that song.
Of course.
He said, slipping back into the lingo of the show. And yeah, but you're bringing your song first. So yeah, what have you brought us? And I'd love to hear it.
It's called What Comes Now. And it goes like this. I can patiently wait for the moment to arise, for him to fall to his knees and the light to leave his eyes, as need drives all fear away and want to cloud his soul. It is only then I appear to offer boon and toll. In a few sharp words he'll offer up his life to me, and I know he thinks he's got me figured out, but he should know much better what comes now. I like to say that's unfair, but we both know that's not true. You make them feel in control when there's nothing they can do. I can see this man wonders if I will burn him on a whim, but a gentleman sticks to his word, and I'll expect the same of him. With a final shake he offers up his life to me, and I know he thinks he's got me figured out, but he should know much better what comes now. And it's only a matter of time till I get mine, and it's only a matter of time. Just as he thinks he's escaped, I call upon my dad. I made sure he has no means to pay, and I'm not finished yet. I'll make him wonder why he ever sold his life to me. What a fool for thinking he could work me out. I've taken better men for less. The histories ache with my success. He should have known much better what comes now.
Okay, so that was Declan's 7th song for this season, What Comes Now. That is such a good song. Really, really well into that.
Thank you.
We were saying a little bit off camera, like, I think there's a lot going on chordally. You were kind of saying maybe there's not so much going on as I think.
That is correct.
Tell us about it. Tell us how this is put together.
So, it's best to start with the inspiration for this one, or the inspiration of why I wrote a song in this style. In the week that I wrote this song, I believe that fell on Halloween, if I'm correct.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So what I did for Halloween was I went up to Bristol and I played bass for a friend of mine, Aoife Valentine.
Nice, yeah.
They did like a little jazz Halloween set, and that was so much fun to be part of.
Yeah.
Also meant that I just had like loads of like 20 style jazz songs in my head, and they were all the ones we covered were about like deals with the devil and like things like that.
Yes.
So it's just kind of like, well, it's Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to get some writing done.
Time to get the spirits out.
Yeah.
You know?
So as this episode goes out, it's probably going to be December, am I correct?
It's like June 26th, I think. Yeah, December, yeah. November, December, yeah.
So, happy holidays. Here's a song about the devil. That could be a title.
Yes. No, that's so cool.
So, I have written a song in this kind of style before called "He's Got Me," which had the similar like bass chord sort of feel to it.
Yes.
Like, it's not too complicated to do because you're just doing all the way through.
Yeah, alternating your thumb and finger. Yeah.
Correct. And it's kind of, it instantly adds a lot of momentum. But also you can like hear implied some sort of swung stuff in there. So that's fun to do. So the chords for the verses are very simple. They're just C minor, A flat, F minor, A flat 7, G7 back to C minor. Repeat times 4.
Very cool. It's even without words, that conjures up like we're in a dark goblin land.
It's leaning a bit more into cliche than I normally would, but also when the cliche is fun.
Yeah, if it works. Yeah, exactly.
And then the chorus starts on an E flat to a D diminished, C minor, B flat, F minor. First time through back to B7, B flat 7. So you get that. And then you do that all again, except the last chord, where you do this bit.
Simple. Yeah, anyone can do that.
I mean, it's closer to being simple than you think.
That's such a cool run. What happens there?
So basically, it's just A flat and G 4 times. But what you're changing is the bass is ascending each time. So you're doing the roots, the thirds, the fifths, and then the sevenths.
That's awesome.
And then you just put those chords over the top.
So you must have to have... That's cool, by the way. That's amazing. But you must have to have like a pretty good knowledge of where those chords land on the fretboard, because you're not just going ding dong ding dong. You're kind of like moving with each phrase.
Well, most of them are just like the E bar shape.
Okay, yeah.
There is the A bar shape in there as well. So you just do the E bar shape with my thumb on the E string and then playing the top part of the chord for the first one. Then for the third, you're doing the A bar shape over the C and the B. Back to the the E shape for the fifth, and then the 7 is just the same shape again, but because you're now so high up, you've lost almost all of the chord. And then back to C minor. I swear I know how to play guitar, all right?
I think this song is proof that you do. It's fascinating that that's 2 chords. And the bass is the thing that's doing all the fancy work.
Well, it's something I've used before in a song called Anchor, like... which is just C sharp and E flat ascending with the bass line. So if you really want to extend like your subdominant dominant bit, like just have fun with the bass.
Definitely. You got a really great way of doing stuff with the bass I wouldn't think to do. I'm quite sort of meat and potatoes with bass parts on the guitar or piano. where like I'll just kind of do, okay, that's the base of the chord. I might throw in a fifth here and there, but you'll do stuff where you'll kind of have that be part of the melody. Maybe it's like the Disney music fan in you or something.
Possibly. The key song I think about for that is Death on Two Legs by Queen.
Oh, yeah.
Where like it's the bass line that has the... and the top line is just going... which is really pronounced on the piano.
Good point. Yeah, John Deacon was a master at that stuff.
Yeah. But then, like, on the piano, it's the bass doing that. But on the instruments, you've got the guitar and the bass doing it. So it's literally just the piano doing that.
Right, so yeah, the top part's simple, the bass is the complicated part.
Yeah, but you've also got Brian May, like, doing that riff as well.
Yes, true, yeah. Oh, yeah, so, I mean, back to your song, though. When you do that part that we just talked about with the bass doing the thing between two chords... Am I right in thinking the vocal melody is doing that too? Ding
Yes.
dong, ding dong, that melody.
You're quite correct.
Okay.
Da, 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 da. Again, because it goes up to an F sharp, like, I'm singing this song an octave lower, but it's still just nice to know that that's very comfortably within my range.
That's cool. Last question on this part, because I'm just curious. Like, when you got to this part in the song, I imagine like you'd gotten the most of the chorus, and then you went to the end of the chorus, you're like, okay, I've got an idea for this part, and then you had to sit and figure it out, or did it come quite naturally to you? Is this something that fell out of your fingers quite easy on guitar?
It's more, I knew I had to resolve back to C minor, and I knew that I was going to do the...
Yeah, that classic minor thing, yeah, me, no, ne, yeah.
But it's also like, can you have fun with that? That's what it was for a while. And then I thought, well, if you're just going to go, like, have fun with it.
So good. Yeah, it's interesting to see how that was born. Because when it comes out fully hatched in the way you played it to us just now, it's like, oh, okay. But when you kind of go, oh, originally I was going G sharp, G, G sharp, G. It's like, oh, I see how it happens. So
yeah, it's you've got the simple building blocks, and then like you just have a little bit of fun with it.
Definitely, as a guitarist, even. That's cool. Okay, sorry, I've completely hijacked your segment here, but yeah, please.
This is fine. I don't have much to talk about with this song.
So, I mean, that's kind of most of the music, right? Is there any bits of music we haven't touched on?
Just the bridge, just A flat to E flat to B flat to E flat again, and then second time through A flat to E flat to G. 7.
Nice. It's cool. It's a really good like masterclass in dynamics as well, this song. Because like
all quiet all the time.
Yeah. No, but like there are bits where like when you go after the bridge to doom 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 doom, and you go back to that little like you got me thing again, that rhythm anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's really subdued. It's like kind of it does evoke like what's gonna happen next. You know, a goblin's gonna come or something.
You're obsessed with goblins today, man.
Can't help it. Got goblins on the brain. So so what happened next once you had all these parts that we've spoken about?
Well, I thought like okay, I could try and like do like some sort of spiritual like it's like an evil demon, but really it's about my feelings. The trouble is I'd already done that with He's Got Me.
Of course.
Which sounds like a paranormal monster, but it's just all my insecurities.
That's perfect. Yeah,
that's why I like that song so much.
Yeah, it's a great one. Out now on Bandcamp, right? That's like one of the newest things that you put on Bandcamp.
Yes, go and buy that.
I play box on it.
Yes, he does. It actually really adds a lot. So I thought, okay, well, let's just have fun. This was written like out of the Halloween sort of show. Let's just do a song about the devil. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like it was just tricky trying to like be ambiguous enough because I don't want to go like, this person got to deal with the devil to complete his set of Pokemon cards or something silly like that. So just to give it enough weight, but also keep it a little tongue in cheek. And also develop it appropriately so that you have like in a few short words he'll offer up his life. With a final shake he offers up his life. I'll make him wonder why he ever sold his life. So yeah, also one thing I really liked about when I got the bit was that I realised, wait a minute, if I get this right, at the end I can just have a bit that goes around like multiple times.
Yes.
But I've taken better men for less. History's ache with my success. He should have. That is very much.
You'll never make a monkey out of me.
It's very much the musical moments.
Yes, yes.
If this was on stage, that would be like everyone's out for that moment, and then like the lights go down on that last. He should have known much better. What comes next? Cut the lights. End of Act 1.
You are such a theatre student.
Go buy an ice cream and wait to see what happens in Act 2.
No, that's great. That's great. You have a real, like, I don't know, you do musical songs really well. I'm not saying there's a musical song, but that particular part is, for sure.
It's very Broadway for the ending. The only way it could have gone much more Broadway.
Yeah. You'll walk down. Oh, so cool. So you had to write 3 lines for that last bit then, obviously.
Yes, which is where I sort of felt more able to lean into like, no, we are going to like pretend this is like actually the devil. So like I quite like the line, the history's ache with my success.
Yes, that's such a good line.
Not a clue what it means, but it sounds really cool.
I mean, with the spooky music, it makes perfect sense, you know? So like with this song, as you as the narrator, are you the devil? You are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he'll offer up his life to me. I offer boon and toll. You know, I keep to his word. I'll expect the same of him. Like it's painting the picture of like, I know I'm about to trap this person. Let's have some fun.
You play the devil very naturally.
He knows too much.
It's always the person you least expect. He says wearing his red jumper. So I mean, it's quite fun, isn't it, to like embody a character and like write like as if I am him.
Yeah, it's fun to sort of play with the dynamic with an imaginary other person. Like it's giving very poor, unfortunate souls.
Right.
Like I'm totally trustworthy.
Yeah, don't read too much into it. I think a long time ago in the podcast, I wrote a song called "The Devil," and I think I kind of wrote into like the character of the devil on that song. And I remember having a lot of fun with that, and it sounds like you did with this.
Isn't being the devil fun?
It's amazing.
It's so liberating.
Exactly. Amazing song. Really, really great.
Thank you.
Just, yeah, chordally really cool. Lyrically really cool. Kudos.
Thank you.
Anything we haven't touched on with this one?
Not really, no.
All right, cool. I'll play you mine then, if you don't mind.
Well, that is unfortunate because I've decided that we're going to end the show here. So that's it for this week. Well, it's an old gag, but it's a good gag. What have you brought for us this week, Roger?
I have bought a song called...
No worry.
Damn it. Sorry, I need to get my laptop. I'm so sorry. Okay. My song this week.
I'm keeping all of that in.
My song this week is called "The Battle Is Done," and it goes like this. You were fast, but I was never much good at that. In the past, I made a point of always holding back. You were strong, but I would always let my weakness speak when you were leading me on. I think I wanna change myself to fit, but I couldn't even change a lick until the battle was done. You were kind, but I was always of another mind. When you lied, I didn't even have to run and hide. You were done before I even had the chance to ask, I could have taken it on. I think I wanna make myself forgive all the ways that I was sad adrift when the battle was won. You were tough, even after all the walls went up. I was tired, I didn't want a single soul inside. I was done, I was prepared to spare myself from all the damage was done. I think I'm gonna take myself to bed and lay down my weary head until the battle is done. Take it away.
So this is Roger's 7th weekly song for the podcast. The battle is done, and having done battle on that tune with my guitar solo, I can say that that's really fun.
Thanks to your guitar solo, the battle is won.
Ooh,
yes, that was lovely. Thank you. That may be the first. No, maybe not. Maybe the first time someone's played a solo on another. No, we've done that before.
I think we have.
Yeah, we've done that before.
And it was even 90% right.
This is something I meant to ask you to... No, it's great. It was completely improvised. What do you call it? This is something I meant to ask you to do when you came through my door about 2 hours ago. Hey, would you mind, but I just remembered just before playing. But no, it's wonderful.
So,
yes.
Explain. Elaborate.
So, open G again.
Open G?
Open G.
Well, open F. Because you
open F, yes, well...
You seem to have it tuned a bit lower.
Even lower, yes. I think what I did, and this is the kind of professional musician I am, is I was playing in standard, realised I wanted to play some other song I was recording. In fact, the song we recorded together, we recorded Mother Nature, Father Time.
Father Time.
Yes. And in order to kind of get those raspy notes I wanted to get, I had to tune down so it was from A minor to G minor. Anyway, long story short, my guitar was already a step down. Then I tuned it to open G, not realised I'm actually in open F, which sounds very rich.
It does. It's getting close to baritone levels.
Yeah, very low.
Ooh.
So yeah, what I thought was open G, essentially. So what that would normally be on a guitar, going from lowest to highest, is D, G, D, G, B, D. So then you get a nice open sounding,
full
quote-unquote G chord, yeah. Which I kind of did my song in last week, except that was actually open G. And I wanted to this was a Sunday job, basically. I really wanted to kind of do something that was like ornate and kind of pretty, and
what happened?
I know.
I mean, fun, but like ornate is probably not the word I'd pick.
No. It didn't end up ornate at all. So essentially, what I wanted to go for was using these shapes, like these kind of like little double stoppy kind of half a chord chords, which my dad showed me, as I mentioned in last week's episode.
It's kind of like playing a song like Blackbird.
Exactly. Yes, very much so.
It uses similar shapes, or Kashmir, or something like that.
So you can kind of hear with these sorts of sounds, like a ballad is in there somewhere. And I was just trying to find something to do with that. And I sat there for, over an hour, just kind of trying to get something, and my brain wasn't clicking that day. And this was Sunday, so obviously the evening's ticking on. I need to get a song by the midnight, or else I'll shrivel up into a ball and Cinderella, etc. So,
what do you think happened to Cinderella?
She shriveled up into a ball, right? At midnight. I stopped watching the film about 20 minutes in.
It's little known that that's in the original Grimm's fairy tale.
Yeah. So eventually I thought, okay, right, I don't know, I think I had like an hour left to write or something. I was like, okay, I need something. What's a thing I can write quite easily? A 12-bar blues. But I wanted to do something that wasn't just literally like, you know, the classic like Johnny Be Good thing. I mean, this isn't too far from that, but I wanted to kind of like...
It has a little more flavour.
Yeah, and I wanted to kind of get a bit of that swampiness that I got last week. So you kind of like, you're alternating between... It's kind of like a sus4 type of situation. I'm not going to be so good at naming the chords because I'm in an open tuning, like the actual proper chord names. But like you're basically going between 1, the open G, which is actually F, the 4, C, and the 5, D. And that's essentially the whole song. But you're kind of like going between the G and the G sus4 type of thing, that sort of idea. And just playing a little, throwing in a few borrowed notes from the minor scale there to get that bluesiness.
I mean, one thing I was going to say to you is that if you ever had like a 50s like pop revival kind of thing, this would fit in really well with that slightly bluesy thing, but also like fairly straightforward, like it's a bit T-Rex.
Yeah, very much T-Rex, yeah.
And I say that as a T-Rex fan.
Oh, that's awesome, thanks. Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. And then I kind of... I knew I had my whole thing, because that's like a whole vibe in itself. I was like, okay, I've got an hour left. That's a cool... I like it. It works, you know? And I thought, you know what, I haven't written a 12-bar blues in a long, long time. I think the last one I wrote was on an album I made called Northcroft. And that
Which you can hear on Bandcamp, and it's very, very good. Very, very good. Very good.
No. But yeah, that was a long time ago. That was 10 years, more than 10 years, 13 years ago, something like that. So it's been a long time. And so I started doing that, and then I was like, okay, what can I do lyrically? And I went to Oblique Strategies, the website, where you can get like, you refresh the page and you get a different prompt each time. And I kind of went through a few, and like one was like, clean your room. I was like, I don't have time for that. And like there were other ones.
It's a weird piece of songwriting advice.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it was Brian Eno, and they were all, you know.
It was the 70s. We know what was going on.
And then one of them, I can't remember exactly what the wording was, but it was something like compare and contrast. So like, how was it phrased? Basically, what it made me think of was like kind of like have a pair of opposites and then pit them against each other. So like what I did for the verses was like, you were fast. So I'm talking about another person. You were fast. And I thought, okay, the opposite of that. But I wasn't. You know, you were kind, but I wasn't. Blah, blah, blah. That sort of thing. So like, that's a kind of basic jumping off point for lyrics in my mind.
Fair play. It's a nice simple structure. It gives you like, if you've got a format like that, you sort of have got quite a large chunk of the songwriting done. In terms of like, you know how you're going to structure your ideas when you present them.
Exactly.
Did the format of the 12-bar change at all when you added lyrics to it? Or like the tempo or the feel or anything?
Not the tempo or the feel, but maybe the bars. I mean, I haven't actually counted it, so it's like if it's a full 12 bar. Maybe it's not. Let's count. You were kind, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4.
I've lost count.
Yeah, me too.
But it's not 12.
No, it's not 12.
It's not a proper 12.
So it's like, it's the 12 bar format of those 1, 4, 5 chords. But yeah, I'm extending parts, which does make it a bit different, which I'm quite glad about, because if it was just a straight 12 bar, it would be a little bit of a cop-out. Whew.
Well, I mean, like, it's the Weekly Song Podcast. It's not like the weekly best song ever written podcast.
Exactly.
Like, you're allowed to indulge in the cliches, as I did this week.
Exactly. I mean, sometimes it's a nice jumping off point just to have like you with your kind of like... That just sounds like ABBA. Do 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 do.
I mean, not incorrect.
And like, you know, having something 12 bar, but and then like the lyrics are like a kind of, they are basically 80% like words that fit nice over the melody. That's pretty much that. But then, of course, I want to have like my songs be about something like these days and not just be word salad. So that kind of compare and contrast of like, you were fast, but I was never much good at that. That was my first line I came up with. That's the first verse opening couplet. You were fast, but I was never much good at that. So it just kind of made me think of like old romantic relationships and stuff from like the old days and stuff, where like I've always been a little bit sort of like shy with intimacy and stuff with people. Not that
now
I don't
lie back on the couch and we shall take notes.
I swear I'm not going to go too deep with this, but like, yeah, so it's basically about that and like kind of exploring that a little bit. I didn't go too deep with it or anything like that. It's not like a kind of, okay, now I've got this, let me completely...
My partner was a sprinter and I could barely do a marathon.
That's second place for title. That's really good. And then, of course, in the second verse, I'm going, you were kind, but I was always of another mind. That rhymes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's what lyrics tend to do.
And then third verse, you were tough even after all the walls went up. So, like, just exploring that and kind of some of it, like, looking back at the past, like where I was at that time.
Yeah.
And some of it looking, like, at where I'm at now, trying to open up more sort of thing. It's nothing too deep to that, but like that's basically what the lyrics are.
It builds you a solid song.
Exactly.
Like, and it is kind of, it's nice to have something like, not entirely like earnest, but like with a little bit more substance, like paired on top of something that, you know, is quite simplistic and quite rugged in its way. Like I said, I do like the image of like a retro 50s sort of version of that. Because I think the level of introspection and sort of simple words to sort of begin to hint at other ideas, I think that's really in keeping with that kind of tone.
Oh, thank you.
I think that's, I like that.
Like 50 style production, that could be kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I think it should have a solo at the end, hence your kind soloing on it. Very well done.
And I'll learn how to play it properly next time.
No, it's all good. That was amazing. And then, what was I going to say? The only other thing I was going to say is, if time wasn't such a restraint or constraint, I would have had a B section, where I kind of would have gone, you know...
You'd have to go up to the 4 first, wouldn't you?
I think so, yeah. All the ways that I was set adrift just to get along. Down, 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 down. That sort of thing, you know. Down, 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 down. Dude, yeah. Well, I mean, that only took about 5 seconds, so I probably could have done that.
Songwriting live on air. It's literally that easy.
I mean, that's the thing I would say, like, with B sections. Like, my dad had a piece of music when I saw him last, and he was like, oh, I've written this piece, and it was in open G, actually. And he's like, okay, I don't know where I should go next. And I said to him, well, like, there's 2 things you could do. You could go to the 4, if you haven't done that already.
You could go to the 5.
Well, what we ended up doing is we went to the 6 chord.
Ooh.
So I mean, those are always my 2 go-tos, the 4 or the 6. Like, so if you're down here, and then here comes the new section, just play that chord and go, yeah, na 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 na. And then the verse is gonna, you know, the bridge or whatever is gonna write itself, na 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 na, whatever, you know. Or you go, like we just did, whatever. But just kind of like jumping up to a chord, it solves a lot, doesn't it? You know?
Exactly, yeah. Sort of immediately hauls you in a new direction.
Definitely. But that's pretty much it for this song.
Well, I really like that. If ever you sort of have like a live electric band, like have a fun version of that. Also have backing dancers doing like the whole and like doing the mimes and everything.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I was done and just have all the backing dancers go off stage.
Yeah, and they all just leave me one by one. No.
So that's it for this episode of the Weekly Song Podcast. Thank you very much for watching or listening, both this episode and this season. That is 7 songs done and written. If you have anything to say about any of them, why not write us a lovely email at weeklysongpodcast@gmail.com. This is only for if you're writing lovely emails. If you're not writing not lovely emails, then we don't have an email address.
Forget what you've just seen.
You can find this podcast as an audio format on the various places that audio podcasts are found. If you've been watching the visual version, and if you've been listening to the audio version and you want to see what we look like, head over to YouTube. It is there as well. Also, the edits are slightly different on each version because we each take a different one. So there might be bits in one that aren't in the other. You'll get to hear one extra word.
Spot the difference.
Exactly. We have various things that we need to promote, and I completely forget what they are every single time. I believe we have a coffee.
We have a coffee.
ko-fi.com/weekly song podcast.
You got it. You got it in one.
It only took me the entire season.
So yeah, support us on Coffee. We also have an Instagram.
Yes, Roger takes care of that.
At Weekly Song Podcast. Just follow us on Instagram. Yeah, that's a good place to kind of keep up to date with what's going on, as well as, of course, the YouTube, which we have already said, but we do post on there as well. So
occasionally, yes.
Yeah.
Mainly when I've forgotten to do the edit in time.
Oh, I will say, just because you mentioned this is the end of the writing.
This is, yes.
We've done it in the past, but where we have an 8th episode where we kind of do something different.
Yes.
This time I thought we'd do an episode on The Big Scary, your new EP, and kind of just go through because a lot of the songs, all of the songs, in fact, yes, come from the podcast. And
I believe this is correct. Yes.
And we'll go through the production. We'll just have a chill chat about it, basically. I think there's stuff I need to ask you about it, and I'm curious. So that'll be a fun one.
Be prepared for the answers to be disappointing.
Not at all. Not at all. Oh yeah, and also Schnookums.
Oh yes,
our project together.
SCHNOOKUMS.
I think, yes. Schnookums.bandcamp.com is where you can find our full-length album Attaboy, which we wrote 50-50, played 50-50, and just, yeah, we're really proud of it. So check it out. It's also, of course, on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, blah, blah, blah.
Diddly-do.
But yeah.
Other things that you can find on those streaming services are your music, Roger.
Yes.
Anything that you want to particularly highlight or point people towards?
I'd go...
There we go, you've done your pointing.
You have 3 points and you've spent them all. Yeah, so I'd say Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, all the streaming services you normally go to. Bandcamp, rogerheathers.bandcamp.com. Follow me on Instagram at Roger Heathers, and then YouTube is just search Roger Heathers. That's my channel there.
I more meant, was there a particular album or song or something that you wanted to point people towards?
Oh, a particular one? Well, my latest album is called Racing Alone. I didn't realize you were getting that. So check that out. That's fun. And that came out last year, and I put out a couple of singles this year as well. So check them out.
Gravy. And then also I have music out. Search my name. There we go.
Well, including The Big Scary, including a bunch of other releases.
Yes, 4 other releases. 5 other releases?
5, yeah.
Yes. 2 of them are singles, so they don't count for that much. But
DeclanKitchener.bandcamp.com.
But the EP is really good. A mate of mine did the production on that. Another mate of mine did some of the backing vocals and stuff on it. And another mate of mine played the drums, and I did some bits on it as well. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So tune in next week to hear us go more into depth on The Big Scary. What else do we normally do in this section?
I don't think there's much else we normally do.
No, I guess
unless we've forgotten something.
You said do. I guess it's just time to say ta-ra.
So, ta-ra.
Ta-ra.